Good to have you join us again on this segment of Daybreak Africa, reaching you from Ondo State. I am Kareen, Edet. So on our today's episode, we'll be considering artificial intelligence versus graphic design, navigating the future of creativity and originality. And we have a guest who has joined us through Skype in person of Gideon, Ikhenoba. Good to have you on the show, Gideon.
Good morning, Kareen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A very good morning to you, Gideon. How are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you.
All right, Gideon, it's been a while, so we just delve straight into the topic for the day and the discussion. Now, looking at AI and the graphic design, my first question will go to you. How do you envision the intersection of artificial intelligence and graphic design shaping the future of graphic and creativity?
Okay, first off, I will start by defining what a graphic designer is. A graphic designer is somebody that creates design, right? No matter how beautiful your design will be, as long as you create design, you're a graphic designer, basically. So the first thing that I would say that artificial intelligence does is that it breaks the barrier to entry into the graphic design profession. So anybody that has a phone can easily just open Canva or any other AI-aided software and design. So the first thing I would say is that it breaks the barrier to entry. Anybody can design. You can design easily. You can design at ease. You understand? You don't have to go to the long process of learning like we did. And you can just open your phone and you're all designing already. Another thing it does is that it automates. It helps in the future of graphic design is automation, right? Artificial intelligence will help in automating designs, making designs easier. So the stressful things you will do then, with the use of AI, it will make it easier. So there are so many other things I could say about this, but I'll just stop now.
Can you cite examples of how AI can be incorporated into graphic design?
Automated design generator. There are some startups, small-scale businesses that cannot actually employ the services of graphic designers. So what they do is that they go to some of these AI software applications and they just type out what they want to create. The AI tool will create design for them already easily. Other ways that people already use AI is the use of photo editing. So there's some images that you see that are poorly taken. With the use of AI, you can actually revamp the images, you can crop out the images, you can clean the images, you can make the images look better and more presentable. Another thing again is that there are softwares like Canva. Canva will give you templates that you can make designing. So let's say you want to design a magazine, you can just go on some of these websites. You already see a magazine template already. All you need to do is just to what's it called, customize it and make it personalized to your own thing. So people already use AI for this, for editing images, for creating templates, for getting inspirations. Do you understand? Sometimes you want to design, but you don't know how you're going to go about the design. So you can actually see the way it has been done by other creatives and just emulate it, basically.
All right, Gideon, if we want to talk about, if you are the topic on ground, we're talking about the creativity, talking about design and the rest. You will agree with me that originality is very essential.
Yeah.
And also when we talk about AI as an artificial intelligence, it's so very much essential at nowadays when you talk about the technology and the rest. So how does AI influence the capability of a graphic designer without altering the originality of their work?
So there's a saying that there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing you want to create that has not been created before. Even if it has not been created before, it has been created in a raw state. So all we do is we enhance it. Do you understand? And what to understand about AI? AI is machine learning. So they teach the computers things to do, what to create and the rest. So what AI does, AI will not kill creativity. The only reason AI will kill creativity or make you not original is if you over depend on these AI softwares or these AI tools. What AI should do as a creative is to enhance your creativity. Now, there are things you can do to enhance your creativity. Number one, inspiration. You might not know you could sing like this or sing a particular way, except you get somebody singing that way. Like, wow, I can sing like this. So same thing with design. If you want to be creative, when you see the way other designers have designed, you can actually improve yourself and become more creative. So AI will actually enhance your creativity. AI will pick up from where you stopped. AI will not replace your creativity. Instead, AI will augment it. Do you understand? If you are creative, just like if you know how to drive and you now have a nice car, it will enhance your driving than if you have a old car. So AI is like a new car, it's like a new tool that will help you to be more creative. And that way it can help you more creative is that it will let me give an example. The way design was in those days, let me say like the Nollywood posters then, it had the pattern, it had this pattern. What AI can do for you, AI can pick out trends and tell you this design you are doing now, this is the latest style of design, this is the way it is done now. So you will not channel your creativity based on what you've gotten from AI and create original works. Do you understand? So AI will help you be more creative. If you use the tools correctly, it will help you to be more creative.
Sorry, before you go, you spoke about it's not going to alter creativity, it's not going to alter originality. This is a very big question because right now, talking about AI, there are a lot of things that you can just put. You spoke about Canva giving you a template on what to do. At the end of the day, you also made mention that if you put too much trust or too much you leverage on AI, that is where the originality is being tempered with. But now let's put it to you that I want to put it to you that mostly now at the end of the day, most things that we are really seeing on the social media, most people are truly independent, putting all their effort and everything they have on AI to do it for them. And at the end of the day, we are not getting the right amount of originality in our works. You see some pictures, they have been touched, they have been filtered, and a lot of things are really happening that we are not even getting the right face of some people or some individuals. Don't you think this is a big one that we really need to look at when we are talking about artificial intelligence and how it's being used and perceived?
So original artists fought against artificial intelligence basically because they felt it was going to replace graphic design and the rest. One thing you should know is that it is called an AI tool or an AI software. It's part of the tools you use in working. So it's going to help you to. Now, one thing you should know is that graphic design is a means of communication. It is the use of shapes, colors, and text to communicate whatever it is you do. Now, originality is subjective. What can be original to you might not be original to me. I might see a design, and as long as it passes the message to me already, I might not actually look. This color is bad. There's people that will look at it and be like, okay, this is wrong. This should not be done the way it's already done. One thing I will tell you is that if you can use the tool of AI very well, you become more creative. Now, it's just like saying eat sugar. Sugar is good for you, but you know that if you eat sugar too much, it will affect you. Do you understand? So when you do it you over depend on it. Number one, you will lose your own creative touch because you can just sleep and wake up because once upon a time there was no AI. If you wanted to design, you have to use your brain and crack your brain. But now you have a tool that will make it easier for you, right? So if you over depend on that tool, other parts of your
Gideon, are you there?
Okay. That's the reason why I don't advise designers that want to learn. I'm still with you. Yeah, I'm still with you.
All right, continue.
I'm still with you. So that's the reason I don't advise designers that want to learn design to start learning with softwares that are AI aided. There are software that you can learn that will issue design from scratch. Once I use AI, I work with AI a lot, and I'll tell you there are some things I want to create that I will not even think about AI because I know my brain what I will do with the original or the traditional design software will be better for me. Do you understand? So it's just balance and discipline, basically.
Okay, I mean, so as AI and learning machine keeps infiltrating into almost every aspect of our lives, I mean, it brings up several questions. And then I want to ask you, do you think this is just that long-awaited muse of elevating creativity when it comes to design? Or do you think this will bring about job displacement or human touch in design? Because we hear that some persons are of the opinion that as AI comes up, as we have different learning machines, job displacement will actually take place. Do you buy this opinion?
So this world is an evolving world. For you to be relevant, you need to evolve with.
Of course.
Do you understand me? Once upon a time, the ad was chariots. People that was if we want to move with horses. So those people now they don't have jobs again because we now have cars. But if they have evolved to with the new trends, so my point now is this: you will not lose your job as a graphic designer if you evolve with these tools. These tools will make your job better. These things will make your job better. If you are complacent, obviously, if I discover that my AI can do it better than you, I will not use you. But there's some designers that you will see, even if you combine all the AI together, their designs, the design you get from the AI software will not be as beautiful as the design you get from a traditional designer, right? So what will make you lose your job is if you are complacent, if you choose not to evolve. There are some people, I call them patient of days. Any new trend, they don't want to know. They are very complacent. They like what they are doing, and the world will pass you by. So as a designer, my advice is that learn the AI. I'm out for every new software. Any new AI tool I see that aids design, I pick it up immediately. Any new software I see, because once upon a time, if you wanted to design, it was just CorelDRAW. Now companies want to hire you, and they will tell you, can you use Photoshop? Can you use Figma? Can you use other softwares? These are AI software that you should use, you should learn. So as anybody in the tech ecosystem, basically, you need to understand, you need to learn the latest, because these softwares are made for our use. They are made for our, basically. And one thing you should know is that as the way if you have human beings, you have a supervisor that will supervise the human beings. Yeah. So even when you have these AI tools, you need a human being that will supervise these AI tools, supervise the way these designs are created with these softwares and the rest.
Okay, so we believe that for every advantage, there are advantages, or should I call it challenges? So, I mean, what potential challenges or obstacles do you foresee integrating artificial intelligence into the graphic design industry?
First of all, I would say, like I said before, some people do not want to learn. Do you understand? Some people do not want to learn. They're already used to. Human beings, we don't like anything that will disrupt our process. It takes a while for you to adjust. So obviously, during the adjustment process, people will have to lose their jobs. It's clear, because if you don't want to adjust, you move, right? So during the adjustment process, people have to lose their job. And that's what I would say is that they are free AI softwares, but the most efficient ones are the ones you pay for. So it's going to cost you. So it's going to cost you. So that's one of the challenges most people face in using this AI software. This AI tools, because some of them are not free. Some of the initial thing them will actually cost you a bit. Also, again, training. Some of this AI software, you need to pay people to teach your staff or teach the graphic designers what to learn, how to use it, how to create with these things. And I would say again is you can also use sometimes depend on it. When you depend on these tools, these softwares or these AI softwares can actually misinterpret your design. So you can tell them to design something and they will design another thing. The program can design another thing. So you need supervision. So sometimes, if you want to, like I said before, if you want to create some designs, I do not. That's another reason. Sometimes because it's not yet been perfected. We're still in the early phases of this AI development. It's not been perfected. So we will not want to over rely on it, knowing fully well it can misinterpret our designs. For instance, you can say you want to design a particular subject, and the design pattern might be different from what you had in mind. So if you don't understand the traditional way of design, and you can't submit the designs to your clients or whatever, you'll be in error. So basically, this adaptability of AI is still in its early phases. There's so many things we are still learning and the rest. So.
All right, Gideon, you've made mention of a lot of things, but I would like for us to narrow the whole story down to Africa and Nigeria as a country. Now, when we talk about evolving, is one of the things that you really said is a problem for a lot of people that don't want to leave their comfort zone of what they have been doing for ages. Now, Nigeria as a country and Africa as a continent, how do you think, how much do you think they have embraced the artificial intelligence, the technology when it comes to graphic design, transforming their ideas into reality and also maintaining originality while their works are being finished so far?
Now, there are so many things that influence design. so many things influence design in this age and generation. Number one, say can change kind of design. How can a bit like I said it last time I was here that we are currently in the digital era and Nigeria was still behind. We are not yet catched up to this. We are not yet automated as a country. We have not yet catched up to this. But thanks to the young designers, like I said earlier, we are trying to be quick now. If you want to become better as a graphic designer, we need to start using AI tools. That is the future. You cannot run away from it. So as Africans, we are still behind, obviously. Anything that we are still like 15 or how many years behind. Do you understand? This artificial intelligence is prominent now because it's a global phenomenon. Everybody, it cuts across every sector. But funny enough, in graphic design, in design as a whole, AI has been there for a very long time. But since it's now cutting across content writing, cutting across so many other sectors, it's now becoming more clear. Graphic design and AI, it has been together for a very long time. Basically, it's computer learning and the rest. So.
Okay, I mean, let's talk about ethics. I mean, this raise concerns when AI is actually being programmed to function in a particular way that sometimes may promote stereotype or may promote harmful content. Yeah, so I want to ask, in these aspects where these learning machine, or should I call it AI, is being generated to promote maybe biased contents, how do you think this can be regulated?
It's a very, very difficult one. It's a very, very difficult one because we don't even know the extent to which we can go with AI. So to regulate that kind of thing is a very difficult one, especially because it's computer learning. It's going to reflect whatever it has been taught. You understand? It's computer learning. Whatever you teach the computer, that's what it's going to dish out, basically. So they're always going to be biased. Always going to be biased. Number one, these programs are developed in the Western world, so everything they do will circle around based more on the Western world. We don't have so many AI softwares that are African rated or that are done by African developers and the rest. So that bias will always be there. Then again, like I said before, there are some designs you will do that with this AI that will provoke certain cultures. For instance, let's say you make a design that can provoke, let's say the Nigeria has we have over 250. So you cannot please everybody, obviously. There's some things you will say, even as a human being, that would piss off another and that would cause a stir. Talk more of a computer that was not trained by an African or a Nigerian. So those things will be there. There's so many other ethical challenges. For instance, I can just easily take somebody and I will Photoshop it and I will play with it without permission. Do you understand? Without permission. It's called content and user control. This AI software, this AI tools do not actually have user control. Because how can I be in my house comfortably and take Obama's picture and just play with it and work with it with AI tool and turn Obama to somebody else? Do you understand? These are one of the essences of this AI software. I can be here and I can take a picture of somebody and the person will be saying something else that the person did not say. This can be done with AI software, but there's no regulation at the. Do you understand? So Nigeria's the reason, like I said, the reason why we cannot regulate is now we don't really understand the full effects of the full use of this thing. We don't every day we are seeing new ones. Once upon a time it was just picture editing. Now we can see you can actually fake a video with AI. You can see you can actually fake a full scenario with AI. So the big major challenge now is that as first of all you need to know what you are doing. First of all, you need to know that these things you are doing are not right. These things, that's the reason why, like I said before, you cannot replace humans with AI. AI and human will augment each other. They will always collaborate. So where AI fails with these ethical challenges, you as a human being would checkmate it. You know, okay, I'm a Nigerian. If I make that would speak bad about my president, or speak bad about our natural resources, or make designs that are not environmental friendly, I know it's not good. So as a human being, I know these ones, I know these trends, and I will work with it.
All right, Gideon. You said something about being biased in building of those technologies, especially when it's not being built by Africans. And there's an adage that says nobody can really tell your story the way you are going to tell it. And this has really been a problem in the society, in digital space. Now, most people believe that, okay, when it is being built by a white man, the foreign people, at the end of the day, black people feel like, okay, we can't use this because it is not really in line with the way we think, the way we see things. And this has really been a barrier. Don't you share the same light? Now, also bringing it back to Nigeria as a country, talking about our government, do you think they have really invested enough for us to be that top-notch country when it comes to using technology, artificial intelligence, and everything that it entails to build our technological space and also our graphic designs?
One thing I understood about policies is that they don't just happen like this. The only policy that Nigeria had that happened like this was when they removed fuel subsidy. Almost immediately, everything changed. But in this AI own, it will take time. Do you understand? I would continue. The government is actually there's some. I don't know about the Nigerian government. That I know about the Lagos state government. I know about the Ogun state government. I know about the Delta state government. I know about the Edo state government that are actually investing money in this sector, this tech sector, this technology sector, in creating an environment where we can have creative that will make software that will solve Nigerian problems, that will solve, because most of these softwares we are using, they were made by Americans for Americans, or made by Europeans for Europeans. So the problems they are solving although they have a global audience, but it cannot solve the problem the way an African will create a software that will solve an African problem. So I would say that it takes time. It will not happen in 1 year. It will not happen in 2 years. This popular ChatGPT we have now, it was not built in a year. It took time to build. It took time to adapt. You understand? So I would say that I know about some states. I know about some states in Nigeria that are actually putting efforts. What I've always said before, that the people that are making the difference are the private sector. Do you understand? The private sector. No AI tool can frustrate me as a person. If there was no AI, there is AI. The banks still move. I will still move forward. Basically, there's no AI to be. The reason being that I learned graphic design from this scratch. There are so many people that have come to meet me and said they want to design. They are using AI tools, but they discover that there are restrictions and the rest. So that's why we have Vanguard Academy, among several other startups. We have Vanguard Academy where we actually train graphic designers, we train motion graphic designers, we train product designers, we train other creatives with skills that will equip them, that can make them stand the test of time. Do you understand? So I know that the government is doing their best, but private sector is actually championing these things. One of the billion-dollar company we have in this country is called Andela. Andela is a billion-dollar company, and what they do basically is that they train creatives, they train developers, they train people that will work in the tech ecosystem. So it's a continuous process. We are working. We are on it basically. Tinubu is trying.
All right. There's something you said earlier. Kareen asked you a question about the technology world and the artificial intelligence driving people out of jobs. And you said it's all boils down to if that person is not really ready to upgrade and also evolve with time and whatever is happening right now. But now, if you remember, some years back, I want to believe that the banking sector do employ a lot of people over the counter to count their money, disburse cash, and the rest. But now, if you go to banks now, I want to believe there are less people employed to do such things, because at your home you can do a lot of transactions without even stepping out of your house. This is the result of technology, of artificial intelligence tools that are online at your disposal to use. Don't you think this is really threatening the employment rate of human beings, especially in a country like Nigeria that we are embracing artificial intelligence technology at this point?
Now, what you just said is very for that sector. Now, you employ a banker. All he does is to count money and write. There's nothing creative about that. Can you tell me that an AI can ever replace the role of a theater artist or a stage drama? Can a robot come and act drama for me? Can never happen. If you take years to teach the robot how to, a human being will have to teach the robot how to do it. These cartoons you see, a human being will work on it, a human being will do everything. So that's the creative sector cannot actually be, because the brain, It's not about sitting down and writing. You know, this bank is a routine. It's a routine. I design almost every day of my life. And the way I designed yesterday is different from the way I designed today. It's an evolving thing. It's an evolving process. The way I design now is better because I now have AI software, I now have AI tools. Now, like I said before, designers that will suffer are designers that, number one, are not established. So, for instance, small scale businesses would not want to work with designers because they cannot pay designers. Instead, they're going to make design themselves. So, if you're a designer and you work for small businesses, it will affect you. Because these people will no longer use your services again because they cannot open their Canva and create designs. Do you understand? Then again, beauty. See, you might think what you've done with Canva is beautiful until you saw, or you see something that somebody has done with another software with his own brain. Do you understand my point? And one thing again, as a human being, is that if I want to create design, right, I can go to Canva, I'll go to any of these software and see the design they've done. I'll be like, the best you can create. This is the best. I'll pick it. I will add my own little. And I've done some.
All right, Gideon, I'm very sure you have more to say on what the topic on Grand, but right now we are out of time. Time is not really our friend. We really appreciate you for coming on the program.
Thanks for
and
joining.
I must say, everybody out there, the technology is taking over. I believe Kareen also here is a technology kind of person, and is the new oil, is the new thing that we really need to lay our hands on and try to evolve. As just as our guest has said, we need to evolve. We need to leave our comfort zone and learn more things, learn and unlearn to become up to speed with what is going on in the world of technology. From us here, we believe we've given a very good show, and we expect our Lagos studio, which are on the standby, to give you more beautiful show. From us here, I remain Michael Obagiri.
All right, and to add to what Michael has said, as we embrace this opportunity that technology has offered us, let's not forget that ethics is the key. And until next time, I'm Kareen, Edet.